Imagine waking up tomorrow and all your money is just gone. Not just yours, everyone's. The numbers in your bank account vanished, the cash in your wallet just worthless paper. This isn't some server glitch. It's the day money died. What's your first move in that first hour? And what does the world even look like in a week? Our entire global civilization runs on a shared story about the value of currency, from the US dollar to the euro. It's the oil in the engine of society. Without it, global trade slams to a halt, supply chains snap, and the systems we count on for survival just stop. This is the story of that collapse. A step-by-step journey into a world without money. The first sign something is wrong wouldn't be a siren or an explosion, it would be silence. The constant hum of the global financial system would just go quiet. You'd go to buy your morning coffee and your card would get declined. You check your banking app only to be greeted by a zero balance or an error message. Panic would be the first pandemic. Within hours, the truth would ripple across the globe. All money is now meaningless. ATMs would become hollow metal boxes. Bank vaults are now just secure rooms full of paper and metal discs. Stock markets wouldn't crash, they'd flatline with a horrifying stillness. Every bit of digital wealth would be wiped clean. Investors would have nothing to sell and nowhere to run. Governments would issue frantic statements, but what could they really say? Their treasuries would be empty. Their ability to pay soldiers, police, and civil servants? Gone. The chain of command would start to fray almost instantly. For many who operate mostly in cash, their life savings would have just evaporated. The immediate thought for everyone would be the same. How do I get food? How do I get home? Grocery stores would be mobbed by people desperate to grab something before doors lock. Most grocery stores only have a few days of food on their shelves. In a world without money, those few days wouldn't be nearly long enough. After the shock, confusion hardens into a terrifying new reality. The first and biggest domino to fall would be the global supply chain. Commerce runs on credit and currency, and without them, the dance of making and delivering goods grinds to a halt. A ship full of grain has no reason to unload if there is no payment. Oil tankers would sit idle in ports, sparking an almost immediate energy crisis. We're talking about the gas pump running dry, the pharmacy running out of life-saving medicine, the public water utility shutting down because workers aren't paid and supplies are stuck miles away. The comforts of modern life would blink out one by one. By day 3, the illusion of normalcy would be shattered. Widespread looting would likely begin out of pure desperation. People need food, water, medicine, and warmth. With no functioning police force to call, every neighborhood would be on its own. You'd also see the first glimmers of a new society. People would turn to immediate neighbors and form informal neighborhood watches. The question would shift from what can I buy to what do I have that you need. This marks the dawn of the barter system, reborn out of necessity. But barter has a huge problem, the double coincidence of wants. You have to find someone who has what you need and needs what you have at the same time. A month into the collapse, the world would be unrecognizable. A person's value would no longer be their net worth, but their skills and inventory. That billionaire with useless digital stocks is far poorer than a plumber with a good set of tools. A whole new hierarchy of value would form based entirely on survival. At the top, clean water and ways to purify it, and non-perishable food like canned goods and rice. We have seen this play out in nearly every real-world collapse. During Venezuela's hyperinflation, people were trading fish for flour because the currency became worthless. In war-torn Bosnia in the 1990s, disposable lighters became vital bartering tools. Sometimes those lighters were more useful than a generator you could not protect. The new currencies would be things you can actually hold and use. Antibiotics, bandages, and painkillers would be worth more than gold. Soap and toilet paper would be hoarded not just for comfort but to prevent disease. Without sanitation, disease would run rampant. Tools, seeds, ammunition, and fuel would become the new forms of wealth, but maybe the most valuable currency of all would be knowledge. Practical skills like first aid, gardening, and mechanical repair would be invaluable. Someone who knows how to fix a small engine or purify water could trade that service for a week of food. People would form small trusted networks to barter and build mutual aid groups. These small communities would become the new centers of civilization. After the first month of chaos comes the long, slow rebuild. Large centralized governments would likely fracture and be replaced by smaller local pockets of power. A community with fresh water and fertile land would basically be a kingdom. A neighborhood with a skilled doctor would be a sanctuary. Old ideas of wealth would be turned completely upside down. A mansion filled with fine art would be worthless, but a simple home with a wood-burning stove and a pantry would be a palace. Gold and silver might hold some value for large-scale trades because they are familiar and durable. For day-to-day life, practical goods would rule. Productivity might even rise because inefficient businesses would be wiped out. New, smaller trade routes would emerge along old highways and rivers. A town with a lot of salt might trade with a community that has mastered preserving food. Humanity would be forced to relearn self-sufficiency like gardening, hunting, and craftsmanship. The globalized world would be gone, replaced by a patchwork of resilient, independent communities. The hardship would be immense and the population would likely be much smaller, but it would not be the end. History shows societies do bounce back after devastating collapses. A world without money would not be a forever apocalypse, but a brutal, violent transition to something else. The big takeaway is that money has only ever been a story we all agree to believe in. Its value is not in the paper or the numbers on a screen, but in our collective trust that it means something. This scenario forces us to ask what is truly valuable: abstract wealth or practical skills and community strength. Thinking about a world without money is not just a dystopian fantasy, but a lens to better understand what truly matters today. What do you think would be the most valuable skill or item in a world without money? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and hit subscribe for more what if scenarios.